Imagine this. It's Eid al-Adha, the season of sacrifice and spiritual renewal, and you and a close friend are wondering, can two people share one goat for Qurbani and have it be valid in the eyes of Allah? This question might seem practical or even small on the surface, but it touches deeply on the sincerity, rules, and wisdom behind one of Islam's most beautiful rituals. Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Today we're diving into a profound and important topic that many Muslims around the world ask about during this blessed time. If two people share one goat, is that Qurbani valid? To fully grasp the answer, we must explore not only Islamic jurisprudence but also the spiritual and historical dimensions of sacrifice, drawing from the Quran, authentic hadith, and the lives of the prophets and Sahaba. Let's start by understanding the foundational purpose of Qurbani. The act is a powerful symbol of submission to Allah, commemorating the unparalleled devotion of Prophet Ibrahim, who was ready to sacrifice his son out of obedience. The Quran beautifully encapsulates this in Surah As-Safat, where Allah says, "And we ransomed him with a great sacrifice." This great sacrifice is the heart of our Eid tradition, an offering meant to bring us closer to Allah, purify our souls, and support those in need. Now, turning to the practical question, what does Islamic law say about sharing a single goat between two people? The answer is rooted in the conditions set for valid Qurbani animals and the division of ownership and reward. According to the Hanafi and Maliki schools of thought, it is permissible for two or more people to share a single sacrificial animal, including a goat, as long as the animal meets the required criteria and the sacrifice is made with sincere intention from each partner. This sharing must be proportional and clear. Each person's share corresponds to the sacrifice's reward and meat distribution. The Shafi'i and Hanbali schools generally emphasize that the sacrifice should be a whole animal for each individual, but even they acknowledge exceptions and shared sacrifices are valid if the animal's value and ownership are divided clearly. This brings us to a crucial point: intention and clarity. The Prophet taught us that actions are judged by intentions, niyya, and every person will be rewarded accordingly. So if two people agree beforehand to share the cost, the ownership, and the intention behind the sacrifice, then inshallah, both will receive the reward from Allah. But here's a moment for reflection. Why might sharing be practical and meaningful? In many parts of the world, especially where animals are expensive or not easily accessible, sharing allows more Muslims to fulfill this vital pillar of worship. It fosters community, cooperation, and accessibility to a sacred act that otherwise might be out of reach. However, it also demands responsibility and trust, ensuring that the animal is slaughtered correctly, the dua is made, and the meat is distributed fairly, 1/3 for the needy, 1/3 for relatives and friends, and 1/3 for the family, as the Prophet instructed. Moreover, the sharing of one goat brings with it a spiritual lesson in unity and compassion, reflecting how our faith encourages sharing blessings and supporting each other in worship. Remember how the Sahaba were united in acts of charity and sacrifice? They taught us that Islam is a communal faith where cooperation amplifies blessings. Now, what about the details of the animal? The goat chosen must meet the criteria specified by the Prophet: a sound, healthy animal free of defects that would invalidate the sacrifice, such as blindness or injury. If the animal does not meet these conditions, the sacrifice, even if shared, would not be valid. It is a reminder that while sharing is allowed, the quality and acceptance of the sacrifice depend on adherence to Allah's commands. Let me share an example from Islamic history that illustrates this principle. Umar ibn al-Khattab, R.A., the second caliph, was known for his deep sense of justice and sincerity. He once ensured that sacrifices were shared appropriately among the poor and the community, emphasizing the fairness and clarity needed in distributing rewards and meat. This shows us that the practical wisdom of sharing in sacrifice has roots in the earliest days of Islam, balanced carefully with justice and sincerity. So brothers and sisters, the answer to whether two people can share one goat for Qurbani is yes. It is valid and accepted if the intention is pure, ownership clear, and the animal meets all Islamic requirements. But let this also be a moment of spiritual reflection. Are we performing our sacrifices with the right intention, unity, and awareness of the deep meaning behind this act? Is our Qurbani a mere ritual or a heartfelt submission that brings us closer to Allah and our community? In conclusion, sharing a goat for Qurbani not only opens doors for many Muslims to fulfill their religious duty but also strengthens bonds of trust, cooperation, and compassion in our ummah. May Allah accept all our sacrifices, bless our intentions, and grant us the ability to worship Him sincerely and fully. Ameen. Thank you for joining me in this meaningful exploration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enriching discussions that illuminate our faith. Until next time, Eid Mubarak, and may peace and blessings be upon you all.